Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Fact
Fact
or
or
Fiction
Fiction
Friday.
Friday.
I'm Brandon,
Hey y'all, I'm Shanae.
and we have a good one for you today. So, you want to tell them about it?
Um,
Tell them about
well,
Fact or Fiction
Fact or
Friday.
Fiction Friday is our series where we tell a short story and you guys get to guess if we're talking about something that's true or false, hence the name Fact or Fiction. At the end, we always reveal what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started.
Yep. So, this story is about a set of twins who grew up in the United Kingdom after their parents moved there from the Caribbean. They immediately developed a strong bond from a from day one, and they always felt like they were one girl that would just split into two. I always thought twins were cool.
I used to wish I had
Yeah.
a twin.
They each shared a speech impediment, and they started when they started school. They were good students, but they would constantly be asked to repeat themselves. They were also the only black girls in the school, and they would get picked on. They understand each other fine, so they decide to stop talking to other people. When they stopped talking, they were sent to a special school where they were able to get better help. It was discovered at the new school that they could talk just fine, but they inherited a thick Caribbean accent from their parents. I always thought that was weird. Like, if you're raised somewhere, I guess what they just hearing their parents talking, they just
Yeah,
learn it.
they hear their parents talk for the first 5 years of their life,
Uh-huh.
so they get their accent from their parents.
Huh.
And then when they went to school, everyone else had the British accent, and so they kind of couldn't
Stood out.
understand. Yeah, them.
Oh, okay. Okay. When I think of a Caribbean accent, it's like Miss Cleo. Is that right?
hmm
Okay.
Well, I don't know if Miss Cleo had a real accent or not, but yeah, like Rihanna.
Yeah. It's weird because I don't hear it when she sings. It's only when she kind of talks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. All right. It was discovered that since they only talk to each other, that they developed their own private language as well. The school continued to work with them and diagnose them with selective mutism.
So they had also had other strange behavior. Uh, at home, they stayed hidden away in their room. So since they didn't talk, they would write letters to communicate to their parents what their wants and needs were. They played with dolls with their little sister, and they wrote fiction stories and plays. At school, they would walk in silence, and well, of course, they didn't talk to anyone else, but they would walk in silence, and they were also in unison. So they would walk, with the same foot. And then they would eat alone in the cafeteria, and they would also eat in unison.
This caused the school psychiatrist to suggest that they separate them.
Mm-hmm.
How did that go? Well, not so great. The girls were sent to separate boarding schools, and it was extremely difficult for both of them. They withdrew completely and became catatonic. The decision was made to put them back together. They were both depressed, and they started to write journals to help them. In the journals, they expressed that in order for them to be normal, they had to be separated, and they felt like only one of them should really be here. They met a pair of male twins, and they started to hang out with them and party until the boys had to leave. As they got older, they did not get along very well. They also started to rebel.
They also turned to crime, which consisted of little petty things, but they set a store on fire. They got caught because one of them wrote about this in their journal, and they were arrested and they were kept together, but they would get into fights, so that they would get separated. At this time, they were 19 years old, and instead of prison, they were sentenced to a mental facility, and they were kept in different wards during this stay.
Now, flash forward, they were in this facility for a decade, and mostly because their court system didn't know what to do with them. They were going to be transferred to a more laid back facility where they could be together. In the car ride, one of the twins wasn't feeling well, and when they arrived to the facility, she was pronounced dead. The other sister was devastated, of course, but she also felt relieved because they knew in order for one of them to have a normal life, the other one had to die. The cause of death was of natural causes, and the twin did not hurt herself, but she wrote in her journal that she was going to die soon and also told her sister this.
The surviving twin had to cope with a tremendous loss, but eventually she felt lucky to be the twin who survived. She eventually got released from the mental institution and went on to lead a normal life. All right, guys, what do you think about this story? Do you think this story is fact or fiction?
Yep. Comment below what you think. We'll put some clues up so you can try to determine if it's a fact or fiction. Ready?
Yep.
All right. This story is fact.
Facts.
This is the story of June and Jennifer Gibbons, born on April 11th, 1963. These girls was kind of creepy and had a very toxic, codependent relationship. It also felt like one had to go so that the other could be normal. When they were together, they couldn't be normal no matter how hard they tried. They had to move in unison and shut everyone else out. June, the surviving sister, described a freedom she had after her sister was gone. Jennifer decided she would be the twin to go and told her sister she had to live her life to the fullest.
So I just wonder, like, if they could have actually just got together and said, "Okay, be normal," and let's stop with the foolishness. Let's talk. They had no problem communicating. They just had an accent when they were kids, and that just with them getting bullied and things like that, that just made them just not want to communicate with anyone but each other. And so I don't know. Like you said, twins are like a different. That's a different experience in life.
Like, why couldn't they just one move away?
When they were separated like that, they had severe depression, and it just wasn't healthy for them to be separated like that. Yeah.
I mean,
they tried it.
To die, that's permanent. How do you know the other twin wasn't gonna be permanently depressed?
Well, they spoke about this a lot.
Yeah.
One of us got to go for us, for the other one to be able to lead a normal life, and it was weird, like the way that she died. It was natural causes, but it was like rare. Like, it's almost like how you will things to existence. It was almost like she just kept putting it out in the atmosphere so much that it just happened.
What if she faked her death, and she's on a private island like Tupac and Elvis?
Here we go with conspiracy theories.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, but so guys, that's a story. If you want to look more into this, you can Google the silent twins and find out a little bit more information. But we thank you guys for stopping by our channel. Yep. We thank you for watching our video. We also have more. You can check out our Fact or Fiction Friday playlist. And we will see you guys on the next one.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.